What is going on, YouTube? Today we're finna be learning how to drive a manual transmission vehicle. Now, if you already know how to drive a stick, this video is probably not gonna be too helpful for y'all or for you. But for y'all that don't know how to drive a stick, I'm finna break it down step by step. Just the basics, just the concept. A lot of it's just getting in the car and doing it. But I'm finna break down the step by step. I don't know what you would call it. I guess the steps to driving a stick. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so starting off, I'm gonna just give y'all a rundown of a manual vehicle. Most of y'all probably already know this, even if you don't know how to drive stick. But you got your 3 pedals. You got your gas, your brake, and that's your clutch right there. Gas and brake, those are in an automatic car, obviously, but your clutch, that is the 3rd pedal in the manual vehicle. But you got your shifter right there. You got your e-brake. Always want to have that pulled up when you're in park. But all these cars are different. A lot of cars, some cars are 5 speed, some cars 6 speed, some cars are 7 speed, like the new Corvettes and stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of these cars are different. A lot of the cars got like hill assist and a bunch of newer features that the old ones don't have. But I'm gonna kind of skip over that today. I'm just giving you the basics of driving a manual vehicle. I'm sorry, it is freezing out here. It's literally 18 degrees. I'm damn shivering holding the camera. But yeah, y'all got the basics. The 3 pedals, the shifter, the e-brake. That's pretty much it as far as knowing where everything is. But let's learn how to drive the car now. Alright, so as far as driving the car goes, this car is a 2021 Mustang GT. So it does have a lot of the newer features, like anti-rollback, like hill assist, auto rev match, stuff like that. Stuff that you don't really need to know if you're just driving a regular car. I didn't learn on this vehicle. I learned on a 2005 Mustang GT, so it was a lot easier. That car was pretty raw. So that was pretty easy to learn, or pretty easy to just hop in this car and drive after learning on that car. But let's go ahead and learn how to drive. First thing you want to do, so we're obviously parked right now on a pretty flat surface. So you got your e-brake up right here. You got your shifter in gear. I'm gonna go ahead and let down the e-brake first thing. So say we're leaving, you're gonna go ahead and let down the e-brake, and then I'm gonna have my foot on the brake. It shouldn't roll back if you're on a flat surface, but it's always good to be careful. So go ahead and have the foot on the brake, your right foot on the brake, and then your left foot fully engaged on the clutch, like that. And then you're gonna take it back and put it in neutral. You always wanna start your car in neutral. You never wanna start it in gear. So go ahead and you can take your foot off the clutch after you take it out of gear, put it in gear. You can have the foot off the clutch. So I got the right foot on the brake, the left foot on the clutch. You want to put the left foot on the clutch all the way in, and then you can start the car. This car is a push to start, but a lot of cars, you got the key right here. I can go ahead and take my foot off the clutch now because the car's in neutral. Now, if I were to have my foot on the clutch and the car was in gear and I let my foot off the clutch, the car's going to stall, and that's no good. So go ahead and put it back in neutral, foot off the clutch. All right, now I'm gonna try to make this as simple as I can for you guys, but to be honest with you, one thing I learned, and one thing a lot of people need to learn, is that driving a manual vehicle, or learning to drive a manual vehicle, half of it is just getting in the car and messing up over and over and over again until you finally actually get a feel for it. But seeing a video and knowing the concepts definitely won't hurt, and will help you out when you get in a manual vehicle. But what you want to do is, we're at a stop. I got my right foot on the brake. E-brake is down. Car's in neutral. It shows you the gear right here on my car. A lot of cars don't have, dashes like that, but that's besides the point. So what we want to do is put our left foot all the way in on the clutch, have our foot on the brake, go to first gear, and we can now take our foot off the brake, and the car's going to roll forward a little bit because we're on a little bit of a downhill, but we can slowly start to release our foot off the clutch. And there'll be an engage point to where you don't have to have your foot on the clutch anymore. So I'm all the way off the clutch now, and we're rolling just like that. And now you can give it gas. And if you're learning, if you're brand new, just go to an empty parking lot like this, kind of learn how to get off the clutch. That's the hardest part about these cars is getting off the clutch in first gear. Once you do that, shifting through the gears isn't really all that. But now we're rolling, and that's pretty much it. But we can get back to a level surface real quick. We're still in first gear, haven't shifted any gears yet. But when you're coming to a stop, here's another thing. When you're coming to a stop, say I'm in gear, you want to put the clutch all the way in, come to neutral, and then slow down just like a regular car with the brake. Just like that. So now, try it one more time. Clutch in, we're in neutral. Clutch in, foot on the brake, go to first gear, you still got the clutch in. Take a foot off the brake, and then slowly release that clutch, very slowly, until you feel the car start to pull forward. And once you're rolling, you're rolling. There it is. And then when you want to shift the gears, it's pretty much the same concept. Gonna go clutch in, shift your gear, release the clutch, and then you're rolling again in the next gear. So it's a pretty simple concept. A lot of people overthink it. A lot of people just get in the car and freeze up, and that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen with everybody. Happen with me. But you really can't overthink it. Seatbelt, man. That's one thing I didn't tell you guys to do, is put a seatbelt on. That should have been the first thing. You always put a seatbelt on, for sure. But I mean, that's pretty much it, man. There's not really much else to say. Shifting through the gears, you'll get that. If you can get the first part of what I'm trying to teach you right now, you'll understand shifting through the gears. I mean, really, it's not a hard concept. But I hope this video does help out. I mean, this is a video I would have watched if I was trying to learn how to, you know, learn how to drive manual, or teach a beginner how to drive manual. But I'll do it one more time for you guys. I'm gonna let you go. But at a stop, clutch all the way in, first gear. You don't want to let the clutch go yet, because if you let the clutch go, your foot's still on the brake, car's gonna stall. So let the foot off the brake, and then slowly release that clutch. And you see, I'm not even on the gas, we're just pulling forward. Clutch is doing all that. Now we're rolling. Now you can give the car gas. Now we can put the clutch in, shift the gear, let the clutch back out. We're in second gear, just like that. You want to go to third gear, put the clutch in, go to third gear, release the clutch. Now you're in third gear. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. It's a pretty simple concept, I'm not gonna lie. This video should have helped you if you're learning how to drive stick, or you've never hopped in a manual vehicle and you want to learn how to drive stick. But like I said, this car's got some newer features, so it's a little bit easier, but it is a 500 horsepower Mustang. So but yeah, man, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one.